The huge, powerful, woolly-haired cryptid known as Sheepsquatch has been sighted numerous times throughout southwestern West Virginia. Also known as the White Thing, it has a head similar to a dog but with a long, saber-like set of teeth and small horns not dissimilar from those found on a young goat. Its forearms end in razor-sharp talons. It has a long, hairless tail not unlike a possum's tail. It's reputed to smell like sulfur, which has been attributed through folklore to the beast being born within the TNT Area in Mason County, somewhat like the Mothman theories. Researchers have suggested that this sulfur smell is actually more reminiscent of the musk scent gland that's similar to those found in many species of order Carnivora, such as weasels and skunks. Sheepsquatch has shown no fear of humans, armed or unarmed. It has gone so far as to attack humans in their campsites or in their vehicles. It shows no hesitation in crossing property lines and fences in order to obtain either livestock or household pets. The southwestern region of West Virginia that the creature inhabits is full of hills and forest, making it easy for this creature to evade human detection. Many of the region's local residents have reported hearing howls in the night. It's unclear when this creature was first sighted. Sheepsquatch has been reportedly spoken of as far back as the British colonies. There were British sheep herders that claimed to have seen some sort of white beast roaming through the hills and attacking their livestock. As with many cryptid legends, the Native Americans in the area claim that there is some sort of a strange beast that wanders through the hills and mountains, preying on those unwary travelers that might be so unlucky as to run into it. It wouldn't be until the 1990s that the first documented encounters with Sheepsquatch would be reported. In 1994, a former Navy seaman stated to have witnessed a beast breaking through the forest. The white thing breached the brush line and knelt to drink from a creek. Here it drank for a few minutes before crossing the creek and continuing toward the nearby road. Later that same year, 2 children in Boone County would claim to have spotted a large white bear that stood up on its rear legs, making it over 6 feet tall. The first documented attack would occur in 1995. A couple driving through Boone County observed a large white beast sitting in a ditch alongside the road. While they were watching the creature from what they thought was a safe distance, it quickly leapt from the ditch and started to attack their vehicle. They drove off, and then when they arrived home, they noticed that there had been large scratches left from the beast in the side of their car. The creature has stalked campers while they're sitting around a campfire. It has patrolled the campfire area off out of the line of sight, and in one case in 1999 actually came out and charged the campers, chasing them away from the campsite. It's unknown why it is so aggressive, but there is definitely a dangerous aspect to these encounters. This creature has no fear of causing bodily injury to humans. One encounter in particular was documented on the series Monsters and Mysteries. While staying at the family's hunting cabin, their dog was attacked overnight and killed. Its neck was broken in a manner that was unlike any type of wild animal attack. Upset and determined to figure out what had killed their dog, they spent the night at the top of a nearby hill in the family's camper. It was on this night that they would have their own encounter with Sheepsquatch.
Along much of the eastern U.S. are the dark inland forests of Appalachia. On its western edge within Breckinridge County, Kentucky, the hills are thick with rumors about a bizarre mutant beast, a crossover between mutton and man, a giant sheep that's gone savage.
Yes, this Appalachian part of the country has been seen a lot. I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen it. It was huge. It was huge.
They've got woolly hair. It's usually white or dirty white, huge jaws and fangs, and a tail that usually has no fur on it.
We had to go down to the pump house by the river, and we'd find dead dogs, wolves, all kinds of fish that had been ate on and the bones left.
We had always heard noises that we just could never explain, like a growl almost, but you could hear them for long distances.
The woods are mysterious. People still won't go out really at night into the woods. It's one of the few things that people around here won't really talk about, but there's definitely something out there that keeps them all inside.
That something is a creature that's known to locals as Sheepsquatch. The legend may have started long ago. Sheep herders immigrating to Appalachia from Britain, bringing stories of demons wearing sheep hides and horns. But to this very day, the belief remains in force.
Sheepsquatch is predominantly in the woods. I feel like that it has been very good at eluding. It's had to be. It does know that we're looking. And I think it just wants to be left alone.
Some claim to have caught a glimpse.
For months we'd been hearing noises coming from the top of the hill. There were growls and screams. Things that we just didn't know anything about. We went looking to see if we could figure out what had happened, see if we could find tracks of anything big, anything that could have killed a 150-pound dog like it did.
We decided we were going to hop on the four-wheelers and stake out the hilltop.
We ended up going the far side of the property.
Dude, I'm telling you, came from right over here.
Where nobody really goes, there's no trails.
We make a couple laps around the field, that way we can both easily see where the four-wheeler has been, so we know where to look.
I was concerned because I didn't know what they were dealing with, if there was potentially harm for them out there.
They searched the area for hours, but no clues turned up. Exhausted, they retreated to the family's hunting camper set within the hillside.
We ended up staying in the camper, and we started hearing all sorts of weird noises, things walking around.
We knew a creature was close. About 5 a.m. in the morning, the dogs start barking and they take off running down the hill. Well, me and Ricky sit there and a little hesitant to go outside because, you know, the other dogs are now gone.
The camper that seemed a safe haven was suddenly under attack.
Something actually ran into the trailer. Kind of scared the crap out of me.
It literally sounded like all hell was breaking loose. It's almost like you can hear something pressing up against the side, and you can kind of hear the tin start to bend. It's just that weird, eerie metal sound. And then it was just free fall. It was like it let go, and then we hit. I was terrified. I mean, there shouldn't be anything out here strong enough to push a camper like that.
When it actually moved and tipped, I wasn't sure what it was.
But we knew without a shadow of a doubt that there was something there.
They had started the day as hunters. Now Dakota and Ricky were feeling they were the ones being tracked.
Neither one of us were sure if we were going to make it out alive. If it can't coexist, it needs to go.
At Ricky's grandparents' cabin, they gather more ammunition.
I know there's something out there.
This thing killed my dog, man.
I know it's a beast.
Whatever it was, it had to be huge.
We were determined to find something having that much strength. It made me want to find it more, but I knew that, you know, we couldn't just go up there in a four-wheeler and expect everything to be okay.
I had some beast that lived on my property that killed my dog already. I didn't know what to do about it. I was scared that it was going to come to my house.
With guns loaded, Ricky and Dakota head back into the woods. They crossed through a cemetery and entered an open field.
Your mind is telling you, 1,000 times, don't let him go. But ultimately, you begin to share his passion of, get it. Just be really careful, but get it.
I seen something standing in the field, and at first I thought it was a tree. It was tall, but it was also kind of hunched over a little bit. It was big, it was white.
And its arms were long, but they were kind of out like this, and it had these long talons. It was too big to be a person. When it was on two legs, it stood at least 9 foot tall. I mean, it was massive. When it noticed us, it let out this just ungodly, gut-curling growl. It came straight at us.
And we were shooting. I don't know that we hit anything, but I remember coming back to the house as fast as we could.
We saw Sheepsquatch. That's what we saw.